In this video we are going to look at the treble stitch, or if you're in the US this is called a double crochet. This is probably one of the most common stitches to use. It's quite a tall stitch and therefore it makes a nice fabric very quickly, but it's soft and it's very pliable. It makes great scarves. It breathes well. It's quite a lovely stitch. You can actually see quite beautiful twists in each of the columns there. So to create this beautiful treble stitch, I'm in Australia, so I'll be calling it a treble. We start with our basic slip knot and a foundation row. So if you don't know how to make a foundation row, follow the tutorial on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to start by creating 10 chain stitches. So we'll go ahead and count those stitches on our V's, making sure that we're not working into the crocodile's back. We want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chain stitches. Now the most important thing to note, some patterns assume you know this knowledge, some patterns will specify, but because the treble stitch is so tall, it actually requires what I call building a ladder on the side. And what that means is instead of your tall stitches just starting from the corner, it will start to slant up. You give it three chain stitches, and then that means that when you do your first treble, it's actually got a little ladder to start from, and you get these nice tall rows on rows. So you have to do that every new row that you start. I call it building a ladder. Generally you are asked to chain 3 stitches at the beginning of a row, which acts as your first treble. So in order to do that, we've got our 10 stitches that we want to work with. We're going to go ahead and make an extra 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Now when you bend that and square it off, you can see now that I will be working from a much higher position to get my first treble in there. So we got to work on technically from the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to work into this stitch here. So yarn over, insert into the V, yarn over at the back and pull through to the front. At this stage you have 3 stitches on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now that is 3 chain stitches and 1 treble. So let's keep working along the row. Make sure you have enough yarn. Yarn over, insert into the next foundation row stitch, yarn over at the back, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll keep working along. Making sure that we're using our hook in the proper positions. So when we're digging, it's down. When we're hooking, it's up. So we're going to yarn over and up, roll down through 2, hook and up, and roll down through 2. Now the thing to note is that this stitch uses so much yarn. So you got to make sure you have enough yarn on your ball of wool. And yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, So insert, yarn over, pull it to the front, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. It's like my little mantra, yarn over through 2. And this will be the last of the treble stitch. Okay, so you can see that that is quite a tall stitch. That's one row of 10 trebles. So let's go ahead and count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trebles, and there's our first set of Okay, so we've hit the end there. Now we're going to turn the work like the page of a book and readjust, and we're going to build our ladder of 3 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and work into that first stitch or that first B when you look at the top. So yarn over into the work, and I'm using my thumb and middle finger to control the fabric. You can see how I kind of use it to direct the fabric when I'm pulling off the hook. So if you were to use this stitch, you could basically just keep going and going and going, and you know, in about 200 rows have a really nice scarf. Or you can make lots of squares like this in different colors and join them all together. It's quite a beautiful stitch, and like I said, it's quite soft and lofty. Okay, so that is the last stitch there, and to finish that off, that's 2 rows, you'd go ahead and turn that and keep working ahead if you were making a square like this one. But I'm just going to go ahead and snip that just enough to darn in. And to finish that off, we yarn over and pull through and tie it off. So that's the treble stitch. Yay!